Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting in Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, Josh?
Big number 167.
167. So the year was 2016. The month August, the day, the 25th. The vlog, 41. And this is what Tiege looked like then. We're actually in Chicago, in our location. I'm going to take you inside and introduce you to the space. Welcome to Tiege Hanley. It's crazy when you actually look back to see where Tiege Hanley started from. If you guys missed that vlog, I will link to it down below. Go and watch it. And then after this vlog, when I take you around and show you the growth and sort of where we are today at Tiege, it's pretty substantial. It seems like just yesterday that I was coming to Chicago for the first time, hanging out with Rob and Kelley and seeing the mural on the wall and getting all excited and choked up because it was so special. Now when I come, I get choked up for different reasons because we're growing, and the fact that we have so many amazing people working here and with us, and just everything that we've sort of gone through as a company and accomplished as a team. But now I'd just like to take you around and show you what Tiege Hanley looks like today, 2.5 years later. So this is what Tiege Hanley HQ looks like today. Right, we've got these pods, you guys have seen it before, we've got desks, we've got those original pictures from the early days of Tiege Hanley, and we've got everybody's smiling faces. Hey, that's it. Little energy.
Hi, Aaron.
Okay, good, everybody. Okay.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Akin.
Hello.
Bring the heat,
How are you guys doing?
All right, so everybody's deep in thought and working super hard. I'm the big loudmouth of the group. Anyway, in here we have a really cool conference room, right? Beautiful table. Look at that wall. Have you ever seen sexier wallpaper? I haven't. The only thing that's sexier than that is this really cool mural that Kelley had made. And if you notice on the train, boom, who's that handsome gentleman? That one? Oh yeah, that's me. That picture that you got for that, Kelley, is like 10 years old. There is Mr. Robert Hoxie. Now, what I'm gonna do is show you sort of some of the other spaces that we are occupying here at Tiege Hanley. So this is where like everything happens in terms of, what would you say?
All of our meetings.
All of our meetings, all of our customer service, all of our strategy, all of our accounting, all of our marketing, like everything from operations. Thank you, operations. This is where the operations magic happens. And then across the hall, we have the Tiege Distribution Center. Everybody's so like low-key and chill today, and it's driving me crazy.
What's
That's
up?
what I'm talking about. All right, so you guys saw the racks of Tiege Hanley in the old vlog, right? Well, check this out. Look at this. This is where we are today. Boom, look at that. Tiege Hanley all day long, right? We've got a lot of shelving. We've got shelving over here. Packages full of Tiege Hanley. And racks of Tiege over here. So, as you can see, it looks a little bit different than it did when we were here 2.5 years ago. This is the second location that we have, or second space in this building. And it's super, how big is this? How big is this space? It's like 3,000 square feet. But recently, because we're growing so fast and we are trying to expand, and we got more people that we're adding to the team, we are getting another space. But here it is. Right here. It is currently under construction. You can see the colors all very similar to Tiege. We're gonna have another conference room here. Another conference room here. I believe Dave's office is going to be there, and Kathleen, our controller, she is going to be here. Then all this area in here is going to be customer service. So as you can see, the expansion of Tiege Hanley is real. And it's so crazy. It's amazing to see. And the truth is, you know, I don't see this on a daily basis. And so, you know, I only come up to Chicago once a quarter. And so every time I come up, there's like something big that's happened. There are new team members, there are new spaces. But it's really important for us to get together once a quarter. This is going to be our longest meeting yet. It's a 3-day meeting. Normally it was 2 days, but the truth is that we've got so much to talk about, so many things to discuss, and so much to figure out that we needed an extra day. And so I had to man up and suck it up and come for an extra day. Now, why don't we sit down and talk a little bit about your questions. All right, gentlemen, there weren't a ton of business questions from last vlog, which I'm disappointed because I love answering your business questions. If you have a business question, regardless of what it's about, down in the comments, let us know. And each week moving forward, I will try to answer like 1, 2, possibly 3, sometimes do like a bunch of them like we did the last 2 previous vlogs. Start the question with business question and then ask your question. The reason we started this channel and the reason we decided to do like sort of a behind the scenes look into starting a business and building the brand Tiege Hanley is that we thought it would be cool. We wanted to give you advice. We wanted to sort of show you and pull the curtain back just to show you like what a company goes through and what we're dealing with. And it's really amazing when you can see sort of the progression and the growth that we saw today, right? I mean, back in 2016, this is what it looked like, and now it looks very different. And I suspect that in another year, it's going to also look very different as well. But the reason that we get together once a quarter is so that we can all come together as a team. Sit down, we've got an incredibly detailed agenda. Everybody has a set amount of time. Today's meeting, after I film this vlog, we're gonna head over to a hotel. We don't do it here at headquarters because Kelley feels that it's important to get outside of our environment. When you're here, there are a lot of distractions, but what we do is we rent a conference room at the Virgin Hotel that's right down in Chicago, and we meet for 3 days. Today's meeting is sort of like the owner meeting where myself, Rob, Kelley, the chemist couldn't make it, and then one of our advisors, Brian, we get together, we talk about high-level strategy, sort of where we are, where we've been, where we want to go, and we also have some meetings. I think Akin is coming in and going to be talking and sort of presenting some of the things that we're doing, or what he has found, or what we've tried that have worked, what we tried that haven't worked, and where we can allocate funds in order to grow Tiege Hanley. Kathleen was supposed to come, but I think she has the flu, and so I would prefer she doesn't come, but she will be missed and definitely here in spirit. And she does such a good job normally. Kathleen's job is sort of like the controller. She's got all of the accounting and numbers and all of the detailed statistics regarding, you know, just profitability, you know, costs of everything. And so, you know, we kind of know, as Rob and Kelley and I sort of have weekly calls, we know where our business sort of is in terms of our finances and expenses and accounts receivable and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know, it sucks that she's not going to be there. And then tomorrow, the next day, we have everybody together, other than a few people in like shipping, because, you know, shipping, we ship 6 days a week, and it is a constant sea of orders to fulfill and process. But Josh, you got a question for me?
Yeah, okay, so first business question is from Damen Barbee.
What's up, Damen Barbee?
He says, hello Alpha, business question. Was there ever a time where your business, whether it was Tiege Hanley, Pete and Pedro, or Ollie, considered the possibility of expanding throughout the country, such as opening another store or base for your distribution? Thanks for your time and thanks for everything.
So the question is, okay, distribution. Have we ever thought about operating or opening a base out of this country or out of another country?
I would answer it in both ways.
Okay, so the question, and this is a great question, one that I've seen before, and a lot of times when people are upset about shipping charges or whatever, the fact that we have to pay for shipping, or you have to pay for shipping, even though we have like slashed shipping rates and gotten them as affordable and as cheap as possible, you know, people are like, yo, why don't you open a European distribution center? Why don't you open a distribution hub in California to get it cheaper? And the truth is, it's logistics, right? It's manpower. And the beautiful thing about the economy and the way that we buy in today's world, I think it's almost assumed in a lot of cases that you are going to ship internationally, right? It's very difficult to operate a business just here domestically in the US, you know, because we've got such a worldwide audience. And the way that we promote Tiege Hanley, and I promote Pete and Pedro and Ollie and all those other things, is that, you know, you guys are global. You're watching this all over the world. And so for me to sit here and tell you how amazing Tiege Hanley is, and oh my God, it's the greatest skincare system in the history of skin, but you can only get it here in the US, it just doesn't make sense. So we knew going into Tiege Hanley, we knew, actually, Pete and Pedro I'll talk about in a second. Ollie, we've learned from Tiege Hanley and Pete and Pedro. We knew going into it that we were going to have to ship domestically. And so when you start, you open it up to every country, you open it up to the entire world. And then as you sort of learn your lessons, you sort of shut it down in certain areas. And the reason why we don't ship to a few, and it's not many, but a few countries, is because it never would end up getting to the customer. And what happens, and the problem with this, is that if it's consistent, if it consistently doesn't get to a customer, you know, we have to replace that order. And then we'll be like, oh, you didn't get your order, so we'll not only lose the cost of the shipping the first time, the product the first time, we then have to ship another one. So then if it doesn't get to you now, then we're losing it again. And there were some countries that just have a very, very high probability of it not getting to our customers. And so we have had to eliminate certain countries. DHL is the shipping vendor that we use, and they do the best job in terms of trackability, and I just spit. Sorry if I got that on you. Sorry. They do the best job from what we have, you know, basically found out through a lot of trial and error, a lot of meetings, a lot of, you know, sort of just analysis. They do the best job. Now, is it as fast as we would like? No. Is it trackable? Yes. Is it affordable? Yes. And so, you know, the truth is, we don't want to have to be like, yeah, you can get Tiege Hanley in 3 days. It's going to cost you $40. It just doesn't make sense. Now, bringing us to the basic question of distribution hub. We have considered what we could do, but at the end of the day, it's bandwidth. We don't have the manpower in order to do that, and we're not big enough to where it would make sense financially. Right now, it gets to where it needs to get to in a reasonable amount of time for a very, very reasonable price. And so for us to open up another distribution center, like even in California, across the country, we would save a little bit of money in terms of shipping, because domestically, Tiege Hanley eats all of the shipping charges. We would save a little bit, but it doesn't justify setting up an entire new sort of infrastructure. Because to do this, you see just today how much goes into, you know, Tiege Hanley. And so if we were to open this up in another country or another center, we would have to sort of embark on that process. And we just don't have the manpower, and financially it just doesn't make sense in order to do that. So right now we're working with what we got, and if that changes, why did I say it so slow? If that changes, I will definitely update you, because we're constantly analyzing the numbers. Like, when does it make sense to go into Europe and open up a district? Like, we are aware of it, we are focused on it, but at this point, it's not something that we're going to deploy resources to make happen, because right now it's pretty streamlined, it's pretty efficient, and anytime you throw something new in, it just throws a wrench and another learning curve into the process. But for you, if you're a business, you've got to do the numbers, you've got to do the math, you've got to figure it out for you, because there are a lot of companies that it does make financial sense and logistic sense to open up another hub, another location. But for Tiege Hanley, we're still small, relatively speaking, and it just doesn't make sense financially or logistically at this point. But great question. Next question, Josh.
This one comes from Benjamin Bazarek.
Benjamin Bazarek, great to see you.
Hey Aaron, how do you sway your customers from buying the popular products like Neutrogena, Ray-Bans, Dove, Axe, Old Spice, and into buying Tiege Hanley, your new sunglasses, and Pete and Pedro?
So the question is, how do I basically sway people to buy, you know, my products versus standard products that are out there on the market? And really, in a word, it's quality. I never start a business that I don't feel and I don't believe and I don't strive to be better than the competition. With Tiege Hanley, it was pretty simple, right? The products that were out there were some decent products out there, but this is a new animal, right? Skincare has been out there, but the way that we have developed Tiege Hanley, every single product that we sell is amazing. In terms of quality, you cannot get better skincare out there on the market, period, than Tiege Hanley. And the reason for this is that we went into it knowing that we were cutting out the middleman. We wanted to develop a system as opposed to things like Jack Black and Kiehl's and Brickell. They're coming out with all these different products like, hey, buy this, and oh, you need this, and why not get some moisturizing pads along with your butt wipes? And we said, no, this is ridiculous. Guys don't need 2,700 products. We need a simplified system. There are basic products that every guy needs. Now, that being said, come up with the system. Second, come up with incredible products. And that is why and where the chemist came into it, right? He's a chemist, and our job was simple, or his job was simple. We want to develop the best products out there. Go. Right? We didn't give him direction in terms of we want it to smell like this and we want this. We said best products out there. And we got them. We knew that there was a lot of markup. And when I tell you guys that the skincare markup that you are paying in retail stores for these skincare products is insane, it would make you so pissed off at these companies. Tiege Hanley, we said we don't need to do that. We want guys to look incredible. Our goal and our job is to help you feel amazing. You can only feel and look incredible if you take care of your skin. There are other ways, but skincare is definitely one of the components. And we knew that we could offer amazing, super crazy, nuts quality for an amazing price. And so when you have all those factors together, right, you have incredible products at an incredible price and a great model, it doesn't take a whole lot of convincing. It's, this is better than this, here is why. And that's pretty much the reason for all of my company's success, is I go into it trying to create the best product for the best price and give them to you. I never say that you have to buy X, Y, and Z. I say, I love this shit. And if you dig it, you're going to love it too. And if you try it, you know, that would be awesome. And that's pretty much it. And I think the business lesson is this, is if you create a product that you believe in, that you love, that you feel is the best, that's all you really need to focus on. And customers and the audience will understand, and if they believe you, they'll try it. And if they try it and they love it, they'll keep buying it. And that's why the businesses that I am a part of have been so successful, is that I'm not bullshitting. The stuff is all that good. The amount of time, energy, resources that goes into development and really picking products that are going to dazzle you and make you love them, I mean, it's insane. And so as long as you do what is in your heart and you believe is in the best interest of the customers, you will never lose. What's up? You wanna help with this last question?
It has nothing to do with Kelley. The last question.
No question. No, you're gone. All right. Last question, Kelley. Josh, last question. You want to come in and hang out?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right, come hang out.
That's great. That's great.
There you go. We're on. We're rolling.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Let me adjust the exposure. Your head is
I'm
glistening.
looking too white. I'm looking too eyes too baggy.
No.
Oh my God! I look bad on camera.
All right. Now we're.
Oh my.
Josh, what is the next and last final question? Because we got a meeting, right? We got a jet soon.
We got an hour tops. We gotta get out of here.
Okay. Josh, question.
Last question is from Cater Awad.
Cater?
Cater.
Cater Awad.
That's a great name. Hey, Cater.
Okay, business question. Why do you start off all of your videos with the same intro? Is it just for fun, or is it some kind of branding strategy? And then here's two examples. Quote, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting. I'm assuming that's a previous one.
Yep.
And then for our vlog, gentlemen, welcome back to Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand Vlog. This is big number, insert number.
I know the answer.
Okay, why don't you answer this
simple.
for me? What's the answer?
You know, so Aaron can focus on the content. He just plays the same intro every time. It's easy and it's memorized, and he just gets right into it.
And that was
Big number
exactly.
167.
Who asked you to come in here?
Baby.
That's totally wrong for the record. It is a branding thing, and it's something that you know, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of content creators, you know, it's this format that you come to expect. And when I start a vlog, everybody knows and almost can say it with me, like, gentlemen, welcome back to Tiege Hanley Starting Business Building Brand Vlog. This one, big number, whatever. And it's a way to sort of get energy. It energizes me, and it's a great way to start a vlog. So the answer is kind of yes, it's branding, but also it's just an energetic way to start that everybody comes to know and love. Some people probably hate it, but that doesn't matter. I used to do one on the Alpha M YouTube channel. You know, gentlemen, my name is Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting, and I've shortened that to just gentlemen. Yes, it's about branding. That's why a lot of my YouTube videos, you see the same type of thumbnail, right? You want to be able to, I feel like in this world, you are your own brand, and it is critical for you to have something that represents you, and you've got to brand yourself, right? And so one way that I do it is with my intros, right? Everybody knows when they click on an Alpha M video, they're going to get a lot of energy. They're going to get me saying the same thing every time, and it gets you right into the video and the content. The other thing that I do is I typically will, my thumbnails, I'm pretty much always in the thumbnail. A lot of creators, they don't do that. That was something that I started a long time ago, and it just kind of worked. The other thing is my color scheme. You'll see that there's a gray background, there's white letters, orange letters, accents. Tiege Hanley, it's always, you know, white, it's green. It's about branding. Everything in this world, gentlemen, is about branding. Josh, hey, answer that.
Well, no, and then the last thing is, if you look at Aaron's comment section on any of his videos, you'll see that people play on the whole gentleman concept. Usually the top comments start with gentleman, or there's some version of gentleman in as one of the top comments, because your audience is playing off of the branding.
You know, another thing is, if you watch like a lot of other like influencers, like Antonio says always like, let's hop, like something about, he says gents. Jose has played around with a few. Now he's doing the Gary Vaynerchuk one where it's like, my guy.
Then there's, well, Philip DeFranco.
Philip DeFranco says, what's up, you beautiful bastards, or what is it? Yeah, so like, you see that there's a theme, right? And I don't know, I think it's cool, and you expect it. And it's funny, because a few weeks ago, I did a video where instead of being like, gentlemen, or excited, I just started with, sup. And then I said, I'm just kidding. And I got so many comments like, dude, it totally freaked me out when you did that. But it was fun and funny, and you're not funny today.
It's all about the brand. That's what I just learned that.
It's all about the brand, gentlemen.
It's
It's all about the brand, not just it's easy to do. And that's it. It's actually difficult to develop a brand. It's about consistency. It's about doing something that resonates with you and your audience, and throwing stuff against the wall. Eventually something will stick, and if it doesn't, pick up something else. Crap, throw it against the wall. Eventually it will stick. Gentlemen, that's it. We got a lot to do this week, and we got
a lot of work to do.
We got a lot of work to do.
So if I seem stressed, I am.
Are you stressed?
I am, yeah. Got 3 days worth of planning meetings, and it took a lot to get even planning for the planning meetings. Now we got to execute. A lot of work.
It's about execution, gentlemen. Speaking of execution, down in the comments, if you got a business question, execute an amazing comment. Start it with business, question, then your question. Next week we'll get to a few. I will give you some updates. Also, Menfluential Conference, it's coming up, baby.
Super awesome.
Oh my God, it's like you got a few weeks left. There's a link down below. If you haven't grabbed your tickets, it's a discounted ticket link that I stole from Antonio. He didn't want me to do it, but I'm like, yo, we just got to fill this thing up. We've got like 50 tickets left that we can sell, and if you guys are interested in hanging out with us for the day or the weekend, it's going to be a life-changing event. Guys, speaking of life-changing, your skin after Tiege changed for a lifetime if you keep using it. Thank you so much. We love you more
than our double monk strap shoes.
The energy, did you feel it? See you tomorrow.